Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. So today I'm going to try to do my own rendition of a salmon bowl with Brussels sprouts. So I was at Red Lobster about a week ago, and they have this kind of like a salad, but it's called Sesame Soy Bowl. I don't know if you can see it on there, probably not. Sesame Soy Salmon Bowl actually has Brussels sprouts, salmon, rice. Most of the time it has a salad and some pinto beans. Mine did not have the salad, but I think it did have everything else. It had the pinto beans, the Brussels sprouts, the salmon, of course, and the rice. Now, I'm not going to do an exact, before I proceed any further, that cost about $18.99. So by the time you add a tip, it comes out to about 23, 24 bucks, depending on if you get a drink and all that stuff. So I decided after church today I'd go to the closest Hy-Vee to my church, and I racked up a bill that was $19.60. Granted, when you go to the grocery store, you pick up maybe at least one other thing. But if I had kept it to a bare minimum, I wouldn't have got the one product that's unrelated, which is bacon for my stomach's growling. The bacon for, what was that? That was $2.99. So I probably could have got it for $17.60. I probably could have got it for actually $16.60. Had I not got the bacon, but that's not what I did. Plus, on top of that, when I came back here preparing for my video, I was going to make it the most simple video ever, but I got a little carried away. I got an overhead shot here. But anyway, we have to get going here with this video. Probably change the angle of the camera here in a second if I haven't already. I'm going to use some clarified butter. That whole price tag I gave you kind of got gifted up, because then I did end up going back to Hy-Vee and getting some more things like more clarified butter. I already had some, but I'm running kind of low and I just wanted to pick some more up. I needed batteries actually for this Zoom H1, some Zoom recorder I have. I don't know the exact model, but I needed batteries for that so I could record this video, get some good audio. I don't actually know if you need, I didn't do a lot of research on what I need, but I did a little bit with ChatGPT, or not even that, just a Meta AI. So it said to fry the salmon at, I think it was 325. That's what it said. It looks like I'm somewhere between 325 and 350, so I'm not too worried about it. We can double check that right now just so we know exactly. It says 375 to 400. So yeah, I'm trying to be at 375. I think I got a little off there, but now it's at 375. Not sure what happened. Good thing I double checked. Hey guys, the 325 is actually legit, I think. You might want to double check, but when I checked with AI, I think that was one of the options if you want to cook it more thoroughly without blackening it, sort of at a lower temp there. And also, see the cord dangling down? That's a big no-no. Don't do that. I was just doing that because I had to turn off my fridge for the video and I needed another power source. I had to plug it in somewhere else, and so I had an extension cord. Kind of a no-no. So, no, do as I say, not as I do, right? Anyway, my bad. So, smoky barbecue rubbed salmon, 4 ounces, previously frozen. Get that in there. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I think it would go that way. I'm not even sure which way to put that. Probably that way. And I do have some Brussels sprouts. I did want to do that. those are right here. So this says preheat oven to 425. I've done that. Place Brussels sprouts in a single layer on a baking sheet. Brussels sprouts will appear blackened due to the fire roasting process. Bake in center of oven. Bake in center of oven 14 minutes, turning halfway through cooking. Check that food is cooked thoroughly, serve and enjoy. So I guess I opted for the ones that are already blackened. Maybe if I was a little more serious about this, I would have done that part myself, but hey. I think I'm just going to do the whole bag. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'll try to get the bag out of the view of the video. So that's what those look like. I'm not sure how well that's recording. I'm going to shove those in here. There we go. So how long did it say to do those for? I just read it, 14 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 14 minutes.
14 minutes, starting now.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 7 minutes. Because I'm going to flip them around like it says. But yeah, I went back to Hy-Vee and I spent way more. Like I got stuff that's unrelated to this purchase, although I did get soy sauce. I even forgot this was actually soy, like a soy type dish. So I wasn't really into it having to be soy, but I thought, what the heck, it's like $4 or something like that. Then I got more clarified butter, but I'm probably not going to use it for this particular time. But anyway. And as far as how long the salmon's going to be on each side, I don't have to use a lid. I did ask about that. It's probably better not to. For cooking time, it depends on the thickness of the salmon and your desired level of doneness. Here's a rough estimate. I'm going to say this is 1 inch. 1 inch thick salmon, 5 to 6 minutes per side for medium rare, 7 to 8 per side for medium. I'm going to say it's already been on here for like 2 minutes. So, hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. So the 5 minutes is going to be when I flip. Thank you. Hey Siri, thank you. So no, the video still isn't very fancy. I'm just kind of taking you along my process here. Oh yeah, we're going to use rice too, right? So I probably should have had this going. Now the rice wouldn't have been an additional expense at all because I already have a big bag of rice. But for the video, I kind of wanted a new bag of fresh rice. I have noticed there's some particles and things in my big bag of rice, and I didn't want to have to sort through that. So I just got white basmati rice. And I probably should have rinsed that. We can still do that while that's still frying. I thought I had a strainer here. I'm sure I did. All right, got the rice in there. There's instructions on that too. A lot of times I don't even look at instructions, but I don't want to goof up for my video too much. Bring 2 cups of water to a boil with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, optional. Well, this is that Celtic salt. We'll put a little salt in there. It kind of gets caked up. I think we're about ready to flip that salmon. Kind of checking out how things are looking here. I don't know, you're just along for the experience of this. I hope that's okay. I thought it'd be kind of a fun little video, even though I'm not being too detailed in my instructions. I even got sesame seeds. I hope these keep because I've had these for a while. So it's an interesting thing. I'm about ready to flip that salmon. About 3 seconds here. The alarm's going to go. So we're going to flip that. I thought I stopped that. I think the other one is referring to it being time to flip with the Brussels sprouts. I think that's the only thing it could refer to. Yeah, that's true. Because there's another timer now for 7 minutes. I think a lot of times I don't even pay attention to flipping and all that. We'll do our due diligence and flip them. And I think honestly, from the looks of that, I wouldn't mind at all if that was way more done. Wouldn't bother me a bit. So I think as it turns out, hey Siri, set another timer for 6 minutes. Thank you. Pretty much though, it doesn't matter. By the time those are supposedly done, which they won't be according to my standards, those Brussels sprouts, this should be done here. So that's how that's working. I think I may actually want to fry the rice. When is the rice going to be done? I should have had this boiling first, the rice, but that's okay. Supposed to cover it with the lid for right now. I usually find if I cover it for too long, the rice won't, the water won't evaporate. But I do have a lid for that for right now, so it can kind of get cooked a little better. I did have a lid, and I thought I brought that lid over. But there's so much prep work to do for videos. I did. It's right there. I think for a little bit we will actually cover that rice just for a little bit. So the stainless steel salad master, and this is, and so is this. So is this. So I'm just curious how I end up doing here. I think the Brussels sprouts are going to be in there quite a bit longer than what it says. Let me read the instructions for the rice again, making sure here. Reduce heat to simmer. So that part I need to still put it way down. So I need to, a lot of times though, I do have a basic idea of what to do, and I'm not glued to the instructions, but because this is a video, I don't want to be too careless in that regard. I imagine actually this is probably done, where it's got like 2 minutes. 2 minutes isn't going to hurt anything. I do have to have my plate ready. I did fail to bring that over. There's my plate. And the top of the oven's getting pretty hot. I think though, we'll go ahead and let this rice kind of, the water evaporate from that. I think we'll turn it up a little bit. I'm not sure about this simmering stuff. Well, we won't have it on high or anything. Now, sometimes I'm good enough to have everything kind of ready somewhat at the same time. It doesn't look like that's going to happen this time. Let's see how this is doing. I think that's actually good. Maybe I'll let it go just another minute or so. You know, there's a little prep work that goes into doing a video like this. Making sure I'm still recording here. Let's see if the old camera is still recording. Probably isn't. Oh, it is. I don't know, it's a Sunday afternoon. I thought I'd do some justice cooking. Maybe save some money. That's definitely done. I kind of don't want to split it in half. Being kind of fussy about this. And then the other timer's ready just as fast. So that's definitely done there. And that's telling me my Brussels sprouts are done, and the salmon all at once. Unfortunately, I did get a late start on this rice. And it won't bother me if the Brussels sprouts are really black, because that's actually kind of what I prefer. At least that's what it looked like when It was a Red Lobster. So I don't really want to cook I think I want to fry my rice, but I really don't want to do that. And salmon grease, I mean, a lot of that is clarified butter, but some of it's salmon grease. I think, I'm not really 100% sure, but we're going to turn on this other one back here. This is just a normal stainless steel frying pan. I kind of needed to clean that a little better, but it's good for now. I needed to get a Mr. Clean scrub pad and go to work on that. Oh, this will take some more clarified butter. I probably could have just taken normal butter and saved myself the expense. But we'll go all out with this clarified butter. And that's already hot. Just like that, it's ready to go. So I unplugged the electric frying pan. That's not going to be needed. And you're not supposed to like wash that down when it's hot, so that's why I guess I could have poured out the grease. Could have done that. But we'll just use the one back there. How would that have been? I'm not sure if it would have made that much difference to just fry it in there when the time was right. I think it's going to need a little help here. We're going to turn that up momentarily. Try to encourage that. How are these Brussels sprouts doing? They're looking fine. Hope everyone's enjoying my video. I'm just, like I said, trying to fry some salmon. And then I'm going to maybe mix in the rice in the frying pan here. It doesn't really smell that fishy, to be honest. Now, I noticed they did have that salmon sliced, so maybe I should actually do that. But I wouldn't have to. Yeah, I wouldn't have to do that, especially now. Maybe I should try to keep this a little bit warm. I just covered it up a little bit with tin foil. I don't know how much that'll help, but all right, so that looks a little closer. A little indecisive here in exactly what I want to do. I know it's supposed to be simmering, but kind of like I want that to get done. No, it's definitely not done. I was kind of debating, do I just want to do this video in little chunks to kind of show the highlights of the progress, or just basically do one long video and take you along for the ride I know it's going to generate some criticisms of what I'm doing wrong. Actually, right now I'd want the fan on for one, but that's going to interfere with my video. Yeah. How much more we got here? Gonna have to be patient. I hope everyone's enjoying their afternoon. I'm assuming that's probably the time of day most fit to be watching the video, especially on a Sunday afternoon. You want to make some, maybe the evening, you want to make some salmon. I'm kind of counting your pennies or whatever. Is it better to go to Red Lobster or some restaurant, or is it better just to make it yourself? Kind of depends on what supplies you already have and how. Like, I actually forgot, I've never really used soy. I think it's like one of the first times. I'm going to ask AI actually. Like, is it better to use soy sauce during cooking, or I think it's after? I'm going to ask that question. Is it better to use soy sauce during cooking or after? I'm going to give it a little idea of what I'm making. Salmon, rice, Brussels sprouts. See what AI has to say about that. You can do it during cooking. Adding soy sauce during cooking can help infuse the flavors into the dish. For salmon, you can marinate it in a mixture that includes soy sauce before cooking, or brush it with a soy sauce-based glaze during cooking. After cooking. Adding soy sauce after cooking can provide a more subtle, nuanced flavor. You can drizzle soy sauce over the cooked salmon, rice, and Brussels sprouts as a finishing touch. This way the flavors won't get lost during cooking, and you can control the amount of soy sauce to your taste. Some people like a combination of both. For example, you can marinate the salmon in a soy sauce-based mixture before cooking and then drizzle more soy sauce over the dish after cooking. I'm not going to read all that. I think I'm just doing it after, obviously. So a little bit more to go on that, and we should be okay. See how it tastes. Texture-wise, I think it's okay. It's a little bit hard, but or chewy. So if I do it slow or over a longer period of time, probably would have been a little better. Well, we got a little more time here. We're still recording. It's got the rice going here, right? Everyone, let me know how you're doing, what you think of my cooking. I know I have room for improvements for sure, but I tend to be okay with where I'm at. One thing I failed to get is a knife for cutting the salmon, so we're going to go ahead and do that while the rice finishes up just a tad. I'm just washing off this knife I have. I believe this is a stainless steel knife. I got to get through a cramped area here between my island and this C-stand, so that should work. This is I think a stainless steel knife by Rata. So it's a pretty good knife. I am going to go ahead, take out my Brussels sprouts. Actually, first, let's just we will turn off the oven, cancel, throw those in here. This might be my mistake. It seems like it's gonna stick to the pan or something. One more. I'll just put the rest in there. I don't know, it'll cook quite a bit more. Maybe a little pepper would be nice with this. I'm kind of weird about trying to get out every last grain of rice. For the sake of the video, we'll stop being so weird about stuff like that. Set that aside. I think it's plenty salty. Yeah, it definitely is. I think what we'll do, yeah, that's salty, man. I kind of poured in the salt on that, didn't I? It's okay. And that's still relatively warm. Go ahead and slice this up. Hope you can see this on camera. You know, it looks good, but it's not really slicing very nice for like a presentation, so I'll probably just leave the rest in one piece. I don't know how much more I want to wait to eat this. Seems like that's plenty good. We'll go ahead and give it another minute or so. And my stomach's growling. So one of the things I bought when I was at Hy-Vee the first time, which added to my expense, was kombucha, fermented tea. And I'm pretty thirsty, so I think I'll go ahead and take a sip of that. Yum. I think we'll go ahead and skip this in here. See that? I'll get it up to the camera. I don't know that I had to actually mix the rice and Brussels sprouts. It could have been kept separate. It would have been fine. I'll keep a little bit more in there. Set it off to the side over here. But just for good presentation, I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Pretty good. I don't know if this camera is still rolling. We'll see if it is. That one's done, I think. But we'll do another audio sync real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Second audio sync. That's what that looks like from that particular angle. I don't know, guys. That's looking pretty good. Like, yum, yum, yum. This is a voiceover. I've already tasted it. It actually was very delicious. Gotta tell you. So, let me do a little, whoop, I'm stepping on my microphone cord. Wow. Stop shaking. It looks pretty good. Let's grab a fork here. Take the first bite of salmon here. See what we think. Yum. Very good. Yum. Make sure we're focused. Well, guys, I think that's going to be about it. I'm going to take this and enjoy it. I don't know if I'm going to go out on my deck. Depends on how hot it is. And just enjoy this delicious food. Yeah, it's really a good dish. This salmon, Brussels sprouts, and rice. Just going to go ahead and enjoy it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. My mouth is salivating. It's hard to even talk right now. This is delicious. I do kind of wish the Brussels sprouts were even more blackened and done. Because I like it when they're really almost crispy. But I think they're actually how they're supposed to be. So I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and end the video now. Thanks for watching. Do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching again. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like into eating this and I thought, oh yeah, I said something about soy sauce, did I not? And we're just gonna dip it in there a little bit. I usually don't go for soy sauce, but I don't mind it. So we'll add a little bit of that. And there you have it.